Ladies and gentlemen, according to Insider Gaming, more footage of a canceled Monolith Batman game has surfaced online. A whole cache. Hold up. Why this shit not playing? 1 second. Oh, there we go. A whole cache of documents and footage from the canceled Monolith Batman game has surfaced online, showcasing audio systems, character art, game mechanics, vehicles, and more. Footage and other details about the canceled Batman game have been surfacing online for quite some time now. Last year, we saw concept art and other potential footage from the canceled Damian Batman game from WB Games Montreal. Now, much more footage has been released of Monolith's title, along with additional details, aka somebody from Monolith is pissed this game got canceled. They really wanted this on their resume, but it got canceled for whatever reason. The cache of footage and documents for the canceled Monolith Batman game come through a series of posts by Mr. Tilda on Blue Sky. The bulk of the footage was part of internal facing and Warner Bros. Facing the pre-production milestone deliverables. However, some files are from an actual build, meaning these were like a proof of concept that they needed to show to WB Games to get the green light and get more money and go forth. The first set of videos discusses the dynamic audio systems from the canceled Monolith Batman game, showcasing how the music reacts and transitions as the player moves in and out of stealth, enters combat, and plays quests. Oh shit, they got the actual video in this bitch. Hold up. All right, hold up. Let's check this out. 1 second. Needed this yesterday. Oh, it's 2 minutes long. Let's lock in. Hold up.
Video demonstrates how music might adapt to the player moving in and out of stealth. In this example, two compatible arrangements crossfade between.
He don't even look like Batman. He like Wildcat.
Each other.
Did I see I'm going viral on Reddit again? Nah, what am I going viral for this time? Hopefully it's for something positive. Yeah, Black Panther type shit. This the Switch port of Arkham? That's funny. Picking up any comics tomorrow? Not off the top of my head. I don't know if I'm getting anything this week. I gotta check what's coming out, but I don't think anything off the top of my head. Is this video fuzzy because of the video player or the early development? I think it's early development. Like, this is not something we're supposed to be seeing, but they said fuck it. It's dry this week. Yeah, I feel like it's dry. I don't think anything's coming out that I wanted. Oh, there's one book. There's an Null is getting his first headlining series. The God of the Symbiotes. Null #1 comes out. That's the only book worth getting. It's the first Null headlining series, and it introduces a new character, so that might be worth picking up for collectors. You see, but that's the only one. DCKO3 comes out tomorrow. I'll read that online. I'm not buying the hard copy of that though. The other way he flies without the cape is fucking funny.
This video demonstrates music features for.
Oh shit, we really getting some game dev shit. Hold up, bruh. They got the old school mixer in this bitch. What about Logan Black, White, and Blood? That one, I don't think I'm gonna get that one. I might read that one online.
This keeps movement.
I'm on a budget.
Music into combat, feeling musical and less arbitrary.
Soundcaster. That's what game devs use. Soundcaster. Anybody familiar with it?
Stingers can be cued on the next beat to line up with the rhythm of the combat theme. These accents could be used for heavy attacks.
This is interesting to see.
With a single event call, special moves like the Bone Break can apply a low-pass filter to the background music while they're played, matching the visual effects.
Oh, you linked it? Let me see. What did you link? The Black Hokage on people who say gaming is dead. Oh shit, going viral again. Okay. Ball and gun gamers realizing they've been getting fed the same shit for over a decade. This is the second clip that's ended up on Reddit that looks like it's pulled from my Hokage highlights, because this is a horizontal clip. Somebody's pulling from my live stream page. That means the white folks have caught on, chat. Somebody's watching me. This is good. This is good. This is the second time they've done this. This is good. And this is the second time I've gone viral on this Reddit, and it's positive. yo, chat, am I the first streamer to beat live stream fails? What the fuck? I'm 2 for 2. If you're not familiar with this Reddit, this Reddit is notorious, bruh. All they do is post clips and hate on streamers, bruh. Somehow I've beaten the allegations. I'm sure it won't last long, but we'll take it, bruh. We'll fucking take it, bruh. I appreciate you sharing the clip. I might look at the comments later. That's fucking funny, bruh. Okay, so that's the audio for the Batman shit. Then we get to see an example of closed physics showcasing how Batman's cape moves around while walking. We also get to see character art for Gordon and members of the Gotham Police, along with facial animation tests. Okay, get some facial animation tests. He said, don't jinx it. Oh, niggas is gonna hate me eventually. Like, it is what it is. Like, no matter what you do. So, like, the key to success in life is you have to accept that you're not gonna please everybody. No matter what, no matter how many based or good takes I give, there's always gonna be something that I'm going to say and you're not going to agree with it. It's up to you to decide to remember whether or not it's up to you to decide to remember not to get your emotions involved, and keep in mind we're talking about games. That's where, like, I draw the line. It's like you're not gonna agree with everything I fucking say, but just never forget we're talking about games, and it's not a personal attack on you. The problem is most people, they tie their emotions and their personality to the game that they love, and then they take that shit personal. That's why I said at some point they're gonna get mad at me. Yo, shout out to Wraith to the sub, appreciate it. An example being, I got a lot of hate for what I said about there was a tweet that went like I got called the R word a lot because of this tweet right here. Let me see. Oh, right here. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 has overtaken The Last of Us Part 2 to rank second all time in the Game Awards. The top spot is still held by Elden Ring with 435 awards. So basically, what's the name? I was saying The Last of Us shouldn't even be in the conversation as Expedition 33. If you read that thread, that pissed off a lot of people. The Last of Us 2 is very interesting. It's like there's no in between. It's like people either really hate that game or they really loved it. And the ones who loved it, they will die on that hill. I don't like and then the ones that love it, the ones that try to act like they're unbiased is very interesting to me, because they'll be like, yeah, the story was ass, but you got to admit the gameplay is fire. And I don't agree with that. I don't even think the gameplay was fire. And if you think the gameplay is fire in The Last of Us 2, I don't think you played a lot of games. It's a generic third-person shooter, like cover shooter. It's good. The gameplay is good, but is it like mind-blowing? Like the way they talk, that sounds like cope to me. That sounds like cope to me because the story wasn't what you needed it to be. Like I wouldn't call the gameplay average. Don't get me wrong. It's not an average third-person cover shooter. It's definitely above average. It's good. But like the way they talk about it and they defend it, you would have thought it was some mind-blowing different type of gameplay. Yo, shout out to Chill Crew Gaming for gifting some subs in the YouTube chat, going fucking crazy. Hold up. Okay. Said first time I completely disagree with you. So what do you feel like from a gameplay standpoint? What do you feel like The Last of Us 2 did that warrants it being this amazing game? Because in my opinion, Naughty Dog has been making the same game since Uncharted 2, probably. There was definitely a big jump from Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2, but Uncharted 2 to 4 is basically the same game with a different story. I said what I said. And then The Last of Us is literally Uncharted just with zombies in a daddy-daughter complex. So like what's different to you between that? That's my issue with Naughty Dog. What specific, because they got grass. That's the only thing I remember. The big red flag when they first showed the gameplay for The Last of Us 2 was they was like, yo, we changed the physics on the grass. Look, you can actually hide in the grass now. I'm like, that's it? Like I think the various ways you can approach a fight is very unique. I don't agree with that. I would say you probably never played Splinter Cell then, or any stealth game for that matter, because this is an elementary stealth game. I wouldn't agree with that. I think that's what makes game conversations interesting, because then I'm gonna ask like, what's your palette looking like? I'm not calling anybody like a ball and gun gamer, but more so like, have you played actual traditional stealth games? Because I wouldn't agree with that. Last of Us 2 is fire. You tripping? It's okay. I don't think The Last of Us 2 is a bad game, but I still think the first game was better than the second game. The second game, I'm of the camp it shouldn't even exist. I thought the ending to the first game was great. It was a very human thing, and I feel like the second game ruined the first game. It watered it down basically for the sake of capitalism. Jack of all trades type shit. Uncharted 4 kind of expanded the level design with their open areas in some parts. Also, the grappling hook was a nice addition. Okay, like the areas are a little bit better and you can swing around, but at its core, it's still the same thing. You hide behind cover and shoot. I was doing that in Gears of War. Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying any of these games are bad. It's just, I feel like, not The Last of Us, but Uncharted is the first time I noticed like the concept of like the hardcore casual. Now that would be Black Myth Wukong, Spider-Man 2, The Last of Us 2. That game that, that one game y'all finally got out of y'all comfort zone and it's mind blowing to y'all, but I don't think it's that big of a leap in terms of gameplay. Like, what was mind blowing about it? So is it? I like Uncharted 4's multiplayer was fire though. That was actually my favorite part about Uncharted 4. Fuck the story. Bring that multiplayer back. That shit was actually gas. Swinging around, and I remember you would swing around and then drop down and punch somebody in the head. That shit was great. That shit was fucking great. So do you just not like popular games? You see what I mean? When I say I don't think that it was innovative, instead of attacking the argument, so you don't like popular games. No. What are you talking about? Expedition 33 is a popular game. That was my game of the year, and it won 9 awards. Like, what are you talking about? Like, just be like, I disagree, but like, that's a terrible take. So you don't like popular games? No, that's not what I said. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. If The Last of Us 2 had multiplayer, this would be a totally different conversation. That's possible, because The Last of Us multiplayer factions was hella underrated. I was looking forward to what they were gonna do by expanding the shit. Yo, I love the game, but whoever's egging this, man, this is not a chat. You just seem to have some contrarian takes, bro. I'm not gonna lie. No, I just think I'm challenging. Maybe you have a bubble, because my friend group will say the same exact thing. In my friend group, they'll say the same exact thing, especially if you like listen to the podcast. But nah, I don't dislike popular games. TBH is not a contrarian. If anything, I'm usually ahead of the curve, and then 10 years later, you guys will tell me I'm right about something. You said bro is mad over facts, but no. To be fair though, because once again, you're just attacking me. Answer the question. What did The Last of Us 2 that was different from like other third-person shooters, or what was different from? Because like I said, from Uncharted 1 to Uncharted 2, there was a big jump. But from Uncharted 2 to 4, it was the same exact game. Just the story changed. And then The Last of Us 1 and 2 is the same thing as Uncharted 2 to 4. It's just zombies. So what changed? Explain to me what changed that is mind-blowing to you, that warrants it being in the Mount Rushmore of games. I come across as an elitist because I played a lot of fucking games. It's not because I think I'm better than somebody or like I'm like a contrarian. Like an example being is when I said Expedition 33 reminds me of The Legend of Dragoon, a lot of people in the comment section was like, yo, your bag is deep. How the fuck you know about it? Because I play games, nigga. A lot of the animations in The Last of Us 2 improved the combat experience, in my opinion. But mechanically, I'm talking about, like, you're talking about anime. Okay, the animations are smoother. I expect that. Like, I'll give you an example of like something like cool and different. Pragmata's demo really impressed me. Pragmata's demo, where when you enter combat, it has, not only do you have to focus on shooting, but you had to do like the puzzle. That really impressed me because I hadn't seen that before. In no way, shape, or form am I saying The Last of Us 2 is a bad game. I just don't. If you genuinely think that is a mind-blowing gameplay game, I don't think you played a lot of games. I'm just simply saying I don't see what warrants it in the Mount Rushmore. Why do people immediately call people contrarians because they have unpopular opinions? I think what it is, I have my own opinions, and I think that shocks people. One thing I will say is we're talking about games. I don't take nothing personal. I already said it. It wasn't anything introduced in the gameplay or the graphics. Just felt perfected. Same with GTA. Nothing new. Just feels extremely polished. So then my counter argument to that would be, you're saying I don't like anything popular, and I'm saying you just like to stay in your comfort zone. You see how that, when you gonna come out your comfort zone? I would also disagree with the GTA thing. I don't think it does anything. I'll give you The Last of Us. The Last of Us does It does. It's a really good third-person shooter that perfected a lot of things. I just don't think it's mind-blowing, but I'll give you that. But GTA, no. GTA is a jack of all trades. That don't do nothing. GTA does nothing good. It just does everything okay to decent. And it offers a lot of content for $70. And it also allows, this is another conversation we're not ready for. It also allows a lot of you pussy ass niggas to live out your dreams of being a gangbanger because you was too pussy to hop off on the porch and go outside for real. So now you get to virtually gangbang on the fucking T Grizzly server. Live out your dreams of being a keyboard crip. Y'all ain't ready for that conversation. I said what I said. Y'all a little too invested in that game. Been 12 years since GTA 5. It's not even the standard anymore. Max Payne 3 has better gameplay than GTA 5. And I said, I would say Max Payne 3 is a better third-person shooter than The Last of Us 2. I've been said that. E-Thugs, yeah, you was too pussy to hop off the porch, so which is good because you shouldn't be in the street anyway. That's good. But I do think some of y'all, the way like niggas who secretly wanted to be a street nigga, like niggas who secretly wanted to go to the league, but they tore their ACL. It's the same thing for niggas who secretly wanted to be a street nigga, but they was too pussy. Those are the ones that are on the GTA server all day, bro. Like, bro, you a little too invested in this shit, dog. Yes, this man needs to remaster Matt. I wish they were, Max Payne 3's multiplayer is hella underrated too. If you were to develop a game, what would it be? I wouldn't. That's why I'm not a game developer. I just talk about games. I don't want to be a game. I wanted to be a game developer when I was a kid. And then I had to program a sprite. It took me I took a computer science class. It took me 2 weeks to program. I took a reuse sprite from Marvel vs. Capcom, the classic one. And I programmed him to do a Hadouken. It took me 2 weeks to learn how to do that shit in Linux. I said, yeah, I'm done. I'm done trying to be a game programmer. I'm gonna talk about games, nigga. I'm done. No, thank you. Respect to game developers, bro. I'm good at articulating what I like and dislike, but in terms of making it, that's a completely different skill set. Yeah, bro. So nah, I'm good. And they don't make enough money too, so I'm good off that. Aside from the little things like maybe water physics, GTA 5 is extremely dated. I think that gameplay formula as a whole is extremely dated, and it has less to do with Rockstar and more to do with Ubisoft. Ubisoft ruined the open world format, I think, because they took what Rockstar did and just fucking milked the fuck out of it, unfortunately. And I think it made me tired of a lot of that shit. Playing The Last of Us on Grounded is different. I wouldn't say the gameplay itself does anything mind-blowing, but the physics and the combat is extremely good. I feel that. But I mean, the counter argument to that is that's the case for any game on hard. It becomes completely different. The AI is just naturally better on any game in hard. So like, so you always have to look at it from a base level of like mechanics. Like, what is it doing that makes it stand out? That's like generational. Like, to me, what made, what was it? Baldur's Gate 3, like, generational, off rip. It was just the level of choice in that game that you got to craft your own experience. When I was streaming that game, people were like, I'd never seen this. I never knew you could do that. What the fuck? You can build shit like that? To me, that's what makes a game stand out more. It's because I've played so much. What it is why I probably come across as a contrarian is because I've been gaming. I'm 35. I've been gaming since I was in diapers, since I was like 1, bruh. I've played so many different games. I'm just not easily impressed. Doesn't mean that I think something is ass. I'm just not easily impressed. That's all. The Max Payne 3 multiplayer is not talked about enough. That shit was gas. It was gas. Hella underrated. I don't know how they figured out how to do a multiplayer shooter where you could slow down time, but they figured it out and that shit was gas. I wish more people gave it a chance. Speaking of GTA 6, you peep this? I totally lost track. We went on a whole tangent about fucking as a whole. GTA 6 leaks that reportedly got Rockstar's fired. 700 enterable interiors, including shops, malls, skyscrapers, weight gain, loss system. Okay, so that's coming back from San Andreas. 6-star wanted level rumor to return. Okay. Jason and Lucia have a dynamic relationship mechanic. Vice City is Rockstar's largest city. Seamless character switching between both. NPCs react differently if they notice you carrying a weapon. Underwater exploration with secret and hidden areas. Most refined driving and handling in the series. I'm curious to see how that feels. Limited weapon carry system with extra gear stored in car trunks. Fully accessible malls and skyscrapers. Advanced police AI with coordinated tactics. We'll see. Dynamic weather events, including storms. NPCs follow daily routines of realistic behaviors. I guess. Every time I hear this shit, I don't believe none of this, bro. Ubisoft has been saying this for like 10 years. It never happens. Take this with a grain of salt. I don't think this is a reputable leaker until we see some fucking gameplay, because reminder, we have not seen any gameplay. Also, the reason why I'm gonna save this just for the podcast, but another reason why I think these rumors are sus. They're saying this was all leaked. This is the reason why those employees were fired. If this was all leaked, how come nobody has seen any footage of this shit? Where's it at? We haven't seen a screenshot, a video, but they leaked the info. Where's it at if it leaked? We're literally looking at a leak right now. You said leak from where? So if you remember, there was a story that came out that 30 to 40 employees were trying to form a union and they were close to getting enough signatures. And Rockstar found out and fired them. But Rockstar said it wasn't because they were union busting. They said they were leaking information about the game, and now they're fighting back against Rockstar. You got the whole strike thing going on. And my thing is, like, Rockstar is notorious for being thugs in the industry. They have a very bad reputation about lying and beating people up and shit like that, allegedly. So my question is, if you weren't union busting and they really were leaking this info, where's it at? Because ain't nobody seen it. I don't trust this account. They could just be making shit up. Some of that were said before. There was an article you read a while back. They leaked it off stream. They leaked it off stream.
I'm gonna play this off stream, man. We're gonna finish this mission up off stream.
How I like to think about it is, if The Last of Us never came out, would gaming still be the same or would it be different? That's real. If The Last of Us never came out, gaming would be fine. That being said, to be fair to The Last of Us, that applies to a lot of games. And that's all I'm saying. There are a lot of games out there that are a solid 7.5 to like a 9. They're just good games, but they're not mind-blowing shit. It's just like the best game of the year. But like, if I sat down and did like best games of the decade and shit, like, I don't know if that's in the conversation for me. He said Gex. But yeah, but to be fair, you can say that about a lot of games. But not every, like, if we're talking best games of the last 10 years, I don't think The Last of Us 2 is in the conversation. Off the top of my, and if it is, I'm just going off the top of my head. If it is, it's gonna be like a 9 or a 10 slot. Cause off the top of my head, we got Elden Ring. We got Baldur's Gate 3. We got Expedition 33. There's a lot of bangers that have came out in the last. The Witcher 3 is like 15 years old. Y'all niggas is old. Keep up. Spark. All right, bro. Next, you nigga says Sparking 0. You say it's there. Yeah, I'll give you that. It'll probably be in the conversation, but it's nowhere near winning. That's the point I'm trying to make. It'd be nowhere near winning. It'd be nowhere near winning. In terms of like vote, unless they opened it up to the public and all the fans just came in, because then it depends on who votes. You said a decade? Chill. That's what I'm talking about. When I talk about like the greats, like the shit that really moves me, that's when you'll hear me gushing about a game. Y'all funny, bro. Y'all get it, man. If y'all want to look at the rest of this Batman footage, because we've been yapping. Here you go. I'm gonna drop this shit. Zelda Breath of the Wild. You could put Breath of the Wild in there. I wouldn't put the other one in there, but you could put Breath of the Wild in there. Apparently Jack 4 turned into the last. It didn't turn into The Last of Us. They were working on Jack 4 and then they scrapped it to work on The Last of Us. Yeah, it's in a it's not apparently. It's in a it's like in a DVD or some documentary or some book they released or something. They released that info. Destiny 1 moved you? How long ago was Destiny if we're talking a decade? No, I didn't like Destiny 1. I got somebody threatened to kill me over Destiny. Because I gave it a 6 out of 10. I think a lot of y'all forget Destiny was ass until The Taken King came out. But yeah, I got a death threat over that shit. I got a death threat last week. Somebody told me to hang myself on Instagram over video games. I just want y'all to know I'm okay. None of that stuff bothers me. I literally laugh. Like he said, you should hang yourself on a noose, you N-word. Your takes on gaming are terrible. I was like, Jesus, dude. Somebody needs a hug. We're talking about fucking games, dude. Rent free. Like, I don't think people know. If you send message to me like that, I am not sensitive. That shit actually makes me laugh. Unhinged gamer nerd. But I'm unhinged. That shit warms my heart. Like, damn. I got under your skin that bad over a fucking video game. You told me to hang myself. God damn. Why do these people take gaming so seriously? I don't know. I don't fucking know. What's the name was announced? Oh, you know what I would put in there? If we're talking best games of the decade, Overwatch. And I don't even like Overwatch, but Overwatch was 2016. That's right on the cusp too. Because this was inspired by, without Overwatch, you don't get Marvel Rivals. It was one of the most influential games. I would put that in there. But anyways, Wade Wilson, aka Deadpool, has been announced for Marvel Rivals. They said witty pack band. Who cares what they say? We know who the fuck this nigga is. Bro, this trailer hurt my head. I haven't seen it. Please tell me it's not terrible.
It's Deadpool's turn to shine. Pew, 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 pew. Ah. Heads up.
Another duelist. Visually, he looks nice.
Game within a game. A meta. Thank goodness this book has pictures. In your face, goodbye.
So he's got hella AoEs.
Better stop that vehicle.
He's all three? As in Duelist, Vanguard, Tank? Are you serious?
You really said it. It's a pool party.
Hybrid character? How does that work from a balancing standpoint? I mean, it's lore accurate. Technically, he is all three. I'm just trying to figure out how the fuck does that work from a balancing standpoint?
Say cheese. Sucks to be you.
Only 60 seconds left.
I can't perform under that kind of pressure. Let's get this game show on the road. What are you aiming at? Well, are we taking them down or not? It's Deadpool time, kiddos. Let's go. Come on.
Strategist. So he can heal. I feel like because he can play all three, and maybe I'm wrong because I haven't played this since season 1, but just from the eye test, would he not be a S tier character off rip? Like every team needs him now because he can play every role. Unless there's like a crazy cooldown on switching between them.
You're lucky I programmed my swords to heal. Now get to slicing. With me on the front lines.
He can switch at the spawn room. Ah.
Power.
So he can't switch all willy-nilly. It's after you die or you have to run back to the spawn room. Okay. But that's fucking annoying still because that nigga could disappear. He'll be like, I'll be right back. Especially if you're near the spawn room. Started off as a fucking duelist and comes out as a tank. Next thing you know, you're getting your scalp pushed back because he got mad health.
Don't blow this for me, okay?
Executioner!
I like the animations.
My work here is done.
I'm curious to see how this goes. Yeah, I'm not going to hold you, chat. I think I'm going to be keeping an eye on the Marvel Rivals community. I just want to see how they take this character because this character has the potential to fucking piss off a lot of people and make it very toxic. I'm not gonna play it, but I just want to. I'm gonna be paying attention. I'm gonna be searching on TikTok seeing what because I already know you niggas hate Gambit. I see he broken. I want to see if he breaks the game. He finna be a problem. Oh shit. I feel like with these live service games like this, like it's to the point where like I've been joking about coming back. I feel like I can't come back. It's changed so much. There's so much. It's a completely new game at this point. About 20 million different characters came out since the last time I played in season 1. I would just be getting my scalp pushed back the entire time. So it's like that 100,000 that plays every day religiously. That's who gonna play the game. Oh, they insta locked him every ranked game. The community's still toxic. You gonna come back off stream? Nah,
Man, I'm gonna play this off stream, man.
But he looks cool.
We're gonna finish this mission up.
Interesting concept for a character.